Hi, I'm Miles Protter, and today I'm going to talk about playing the waiting game. Taking the bus always presents me with an opportunity for spiritual enlightenment. Even though I've planned my journey carefully, the reality of traffic, delays, and timetable changes inevitably throws the bus off schedule, and it forces me to wait at the bus stop. It's probably not a long time chronologically, but sure feels that way. I try to stay calm and read my news feed without glancing up every few seconds to see if that darn bus is about to arrive. But that rarely works. In the words of philosopher priest Henri Nouwen, most of us consider waiting is something passive, a hopeless state determined by events totally out of our hands. Well, that explains why when the bus is late, I feel frustrated because I have no control over the situation. Now, many of my clients are playing a much more serious waiting game. One's waiting for the new boss to make some decisions that will affect his future in the organization, where they live, his wife's job, and the children's education. And there's nothing he can do to hurry things along. Another client is waiting for his new boss to make decisions about organizational restructuring and is hampering his effectiveness getting the day-to-day work done with his teams. Another is waiting to be assigned a new project to lead. He's lobbying hard for particular jobs, but there are just too many moving parts to make an immediate decision, so he waits. All these guys are feeling anxiety, frustration, and passivity. How should they deal with it? Well, I got an insight working with another client who spent almost 2 years in limbo as the company he worked for sold their operations in Australia. He was literally the last man standing, and all the while he was applying for jobs without any success, and it was stressful. But one day he made the decision to continue doing his best for the company and be selective about which opportunities to pursue. He started reading the Stoics, and he remained hopeful there was a great role waiting for him at the right time. And this took great mental discipline. Now, he ended up in the best possible job he could imagine, and he's a better man for having waited. So Henri Nouwen again says, the word patience comes from the Latin verb patior, which means to suffer. Waiting patiently is suffering through the present moment, tasting it to the full, and letting the seeds that are sown in the ground on which we stand grow into strong plants. Waiting patiently always means paying attention to what's happening right before our eyes. The man who's taught me the most about waiting is a friend who came to Australia as a refugee 5 years ago. After fleeing his war-torn homeland, he spent 11 years in a refugee camp waiting and waiting and waiting. His secret was to wait actively, to do what he could to improve himself, get educated, help others. His faith helped him not to give up the hope of resettlement. And he came here with his family, got educated, and a great job. And now he waits to get his mom over here. It never stops. I've just learned a lot about the power of waiting actively. And I hope this has been helpful. See you next time.